Welcome back to Anifile, the show where we look at the latest and greatest anime from the land of the rising sun. Today, we have a tale of revenge with galactic battles and Western-inspired visuals. Also, the name is kinda cool, just saying. It's the anime GunXSword. GunXSword is an anime released in 2005 by Studio AIC and directed by Goro Taniguchi, a famed mecha anime expert who has contributed for various Gundam series, as well as Code Geass and even Space Dandy. The story is about a lone rogue who has lost his wife to a vicious killer, and it chronicles his quest across the planet of endless illusion in order to track down the man who downed her, and ultimately down him. Now all I can say is that this name is pretty cool. I mean, like, gun and sword? Gun, sword, making out? Okay guys, break it up. This show got a re-release in 2010 when Funimation bought up most of Geneon Entertainment's, the now defunct anime distributor's, rights and shows. It's really good that it's got another lease of life with this new and fabled company. A big thanks to the guy that showed me this anime, Darren180223. That guy's really cool. That guy is better than Darren180222. I mean, that guy's a tosser. In any case, let's pull out our weapon and press on. Our first shot is of a lone man venturing across some wastelands and stumbling upon a nearby town named Evergreen. This guy is Van, our main protagonist. He's looking for something to eat and stumbles upon a girl eating bullets. I don't think he wants to eat those. Bullets just taste disgusting. He plays the fool with the killers and gets closer as it's revealed the girl is still alive. He then fools the gunman and skillfully takes them out in 3 leaps before unleashing the ultimate towel whip sword. His main weapon is a towel sword. His face flannel is a dagger. Ultimate man. He finishes the others off and the girl gets up without a scratch, it seems. Her name is Wendy, but before he can get his name out, he faints from hunger. Wendy takes him back to a village where it's revealed that those men were from the Wild Bunch. They have been pillaging the area and causing havoc, whilst Van has been eating some lunch and consumes the entire town's supply of condiments. I'm sorry, would you like some steak with your sauce? Sauce balls. The town's mayor offers Van food and shelter for his services, but before he can get an answer in, the Wild Bunch returns with their leader, Lucky the Roulette. And his partner, Snake Eyes, the blackjack table. And his girlfriend, Poker the Slut! Machine. Lucky continues to spout off rhetoric about the virtues of luck before raining havoc on the town in an act of intimidation, whilst Van listens and chooses to do nothing to help, and sods off without a thought. Or so we think. We cut to the Wild Bunch's local hangout where Van just waltzes in and orders a milk as Lucky continues to drone on and on. In my opinion, he's very lucky that no one's pointed out the colour of his hair. I mean, bright orange? He looks like a ghetto Weasley. Bloody hell. Lucky challenges Van to a card game. Sadly, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh!, in which the loser is the one who pulls the Joker card. Yeah, this is exciting. The only decking that's going on here is with the cards. I mean, come on! Somebody throw something! Not what I had in mind, but thank you. Van loses the game and gets thrown out. Not before stealing Lucky's luck, though. He runs across Wendy, who whines about him not protecting the city, but he just replies with that there's no reason to protect them. Then Wendy offers her hand in marriage. She'll do anything, and seemingly anyone, in order to get her brother back. Thankfully, though, he pushes her back and acts properly, before telling her to go and get out of town before the gang arrives. But as he turns a corner, Lucky pops a cap in him, and he falls down seemingly dead. But we know really that isn't true. I mean, believe in the heart of the cards. We just had a card game. Cards? Puns! Sure enough, the gang appear the next day and launch their giant steampunk robots? What? Wendy puts up a fight before being slammed by Lucky, but before he can kill her. I know I say "but before" a lot in this particular episode, but that just tends to happen in the show. There's a lot of suspense. So really, I promise that if I say "but before" again, I'll start making t-shirts with that written on it. In this case, Van comes back in a fit of guilt and begins to rain his terror upon the gang. This inspires the town to fight back with their own guns as Van continues to perform acrobatics. Lucky then powers up the armor and blasts the town to pieces. But before... Okay, I'm taking orders. Alright, I've got all sizes. Just wait and see. Buy the shirt. He can finish anyone off. Van does his speech about Lucky breaking his promise of safe passage back at the bar, and his reasoning for his return to act his revenge. With one swish of his sword, he pushes the mech back and reveals his true power. Van is an armor rider and pilots a giant robot named Dan. Huh, well that's Dan, and now I'm going to introduce you to Gary and Dave, his best mates. They're washing machines.
Well, not every robot has to have a cool name, I mean, come on.
In any case, Dan is one badass machine and quickly performs more acrobats around Lucky's tank and takes out in one swift move. Afterwards, Lucky reveals that the person that took Wendy's brother is the same guy who killed Van's wife, and nearly himself. It's now that we have the common interest between the two, and the quest proper for his vicious killer can properly begin, as the pair wander off back into the wasteland.
Blimey, that was pretty cool stuff. I didn't expect the sudden addition of giant robots. I thought I was in a western here, but hey, I'm not gonna say no to giant robots. I mean, come on, those are giant robots. I mean,
GunXSword is a fun show which combines the genres of western and mecha in an interesting fashion, which can be a little jarring, but you could almost say it's an inversion of Cowboy Bebop. Both shows have the same traits, but GunSword is more western, whereas Cowboy Bebop is more sci-fi. I think the latter was a little better at the fusion, but GunSword is still pretty entertaining. It doesn't have to be clever. It just has to be chock filled with action.
I do like the character of Van in the fact that he just doesn't kill indiscriminately and just blast people to smithereens with no reason. He actually has a conscience and actually a justified mission. It kind of really helps with the whole idea of pow, 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 then giant robots. It's kind of like Power Rangers, but set in like spaghetti westerns. I guess really that this show is just an excuse for people that like westerns to suddenly throw robots in for just because. Why not? It's just wacky and fun amusement, and I love it. And that's great. I love wacky anime. This is perfect. Thank you, Darren, for showing this to me. I really like to see earlier anime from before I started reviewing stuff on Anifile. So getting a chance to see this mid-2000 lost gem is really, really interesting. I like it. So until next time, guys, catch you later, partner. No? You're not feeling it? Okay. Never mind. See you later.
I would just like to say a special thank you to all my Patreon backers out there. With your support, Anifile is now back in business. Thank you once again.
Time to start moving on.